Generally speaking, when you have something of quality to give, right, then somebody comes along and, they have that cheap imitation stuff. It's an insult for you to have to even go down to that level. And that's why Imam Shafi'i, for example, famously remarked, that anytime I argued with an idiot, he won over me because I couldn't compete with him in his idiocy. You just be quiet. And another poem of Imam Shafi'i said, when the fool says something, don't answer him, because the best way to answer a fool is to be quiet. Because if you say something, you unleash and unlock him. And if you stay quiet, then you make him die out of rage. And one of the scholars of the past, I believe it's Imam Malik, I'm not sure, one of the scholars of the past was asked, why don't you refute, so and so and whatnot? And he said, the best refutation against them is to be silent. Because for that mentality, it really is like oxygen. They want to have that attention. They're craving that attention. And if you have quality products to give, you don't need to prove yourself by talking about, the cheap imitation stuff. You have something to offer, and let others do what they are doing. And so the final point, therefore, the fifth point is what exactly to do. And I think by now you know exactly what I'll be saying here. My advice to myself, which is what I inshallah ta'ala follow to the best of my ability, even if I slip once in a while, my advice to myself and to all of you is to not concentrate on refutations that much, but rather to concentrate on output, on positive output, on doing something of substance. Be productive, not reactive. Build, show, prove, demonstrate. Don't destroy. Don't refute and critique all the time. Indeed, I understand. Refutations are sometimes needed. And that's why I'm saying let nobody derive from this lecture that all refutations are waste of time. However, what I'm saying is let not refutations take up the most of your time. Let it not be what you are associated with, what people know you for. That's not, if you do that, learn from history, you're going to do nothing with your life. Your entire life will be wasted. Also, if you need to refute, then refute ideas, not names. Refute concepts, not people, because the goal is not the person, the goal is the idea. If there really is an idea that is dangerous, that needs to be refuted, understand that as you refute, you are not really talking to the other group as much as you're talking to your own group, right? The primary reason to refute is to make sure your group stays with you. There's nothing wrong with that. It needs to be done as well, but do it with wisdom and do it trying to not make it personal,